Hello, my name is Terry Robinson, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about the way that I've started doing my tracking system to keep track of everything that I'm doing with Beachbody. I found when I first signed up to be a coach, my brain was all over the place and I didn't know where to start and how I was keeping track of everything, and therefore there were some people falling through the cracks. So a few weeks ago, I watched the video called The Power of Threes, and that video's purpose was to teach time management and be efficient in tracking your daily activities. So here's what I do. I use a little book like this. I got this size book, and it has several different pages, and what I do is I label the date at the top of each page. So what I've done is made this a little bit bigger so that you can kind of see what the pages look like. I carry this with me wherever I go and do whatever I'm doing. That way I can write it down right immediately. That way I won't forget. Because if I don't write it down immediately, I'm going to lose it and I'm going to forget. So this has kind of been enlarged so that you can see what you're supposed to be doing. I put in here post. I try to make like 3 to 4 posts a day. So one of them being about self, one being about motivation, one being fitness, and one being recipe. I'm not trying to like overflow in Beachbody or get people annoyed with me. I just want to add value. So I am doing those 4 posts a day, and then I can check off when I do them each day. I'm also keeping track of my Success Club points daily and how many friends I have on my page daily. So I'll just write the number in there so that I can tell which day it was. So I have the date at the top. And so as per the Power of Threes, I'm trying to keep track of and make 3 new friends a day. I'm trying to make 3 new messages a day. I'm trying to make 3 new invitations a day. I'm following up with 3 people a day. And then I put an place in here for recruiting ideas, because you want to ideally try and touch base and make contact with potential 2 to 3 coaches per week. Not per day, but per week. So I'll put my recruiting ideas in here. And then I also have a to-do list area, so that way I can jot notes down, and if I need to think of things, then I'll put them there. I also put at the top near my date, I put, like, if I have a meeting with someone that day, I'll write, who the meeting's with, and I'll have the time there. Because I know that I'm looking at my book every single day, so that way I'm not going to forget it. I was trying to find a system to do it on my phone and keep track with. I know there's so many apps and so many different organizational skills, but I'm just more of a paper and pencil type of person, and I wanted to keep it right in front of me. So as for new friends, you can find new friends, whether it be on Facebook, on Instagram. You can join groups on Facebook, and you just want to be open wherever you go when you're outside, outside of your home. Like if you're at a restaurant, you're shopping, you're at your kids' sporting events, you're in the grocery store, wherever. Just be open to people talking to you and you talking to them. So, because you can find friends anywhere. You can find friends even from your friends on Facebook. So if you don't know them, you don't have any more friends to look up on your page, which is probably not the case right now, then you can go to other friends' Facebook page and look at their friends. And so what I'm doing is I'm writing down the 3 new friends. Now, I'm not going to lie. When I first started with Beachbody and I kept hearing people tell me, invite, and make new friends and get on there, I'd go each day and I'd request to be friends with 5 different people. Every single day I'd request to be friends with 5 different people. And I thought to myself, well, I made my 5 friends that day. But you know what? They didn't accept my friendship. So until they accept you to be your friend, or they start following you on Facebook, or you're doing something for real to do it, then they're not your friend yet. So just because I requested to be somebody's friend on Facebook doesn't mean they're my friend yet. So when they accept my friendship, then I write their name in there. So then I get to the new messages section. these are new messages, not people that you've been talking with or that you have conversations going with. These are new people that you've started conversation with. These are people already on your list. You've made the list from the memory jogger that you have in the online office. But these are people already on your list. You're forming them. You're talking about your family, their occupation, their recreation. You're not talking to them about Beachbody right away. You're not sending them a message and saying, hey, here's Beachbody. Let's do this workout or let's do this. No, you want to get to know them and you want them to get to know you. So you want to check in with them and kind of build a relationship. And then that way, maybe in a week or so, you can recall back what that conversation was and you can say, hey, remember when we were talking about such and such? It kind of just dawned on me that maybe this could help you or you could do this, and then you could bring in that conversation back up in from these new messages. So you may have new messages being built, for months and months and months before they actually want to take action on it. Another book that I keep is my calendar book. It looks very similar to the size of my Power of Threes book, but in my calendar book, it's just the calendar, and it's separated by month. On one page it has the actual calendar, and then in between it has all the different days. So what I do is after I write somebody a message, if for somehow it comes up in a conversation, whatever they're doing, or they're going on a trip, or they're busy, or what's going on, then I can add them into a certain time frame of the day or of the month, so that I know when to follow back up with them. And the same goes to be true for my follow-ups. When I make my follow-ups, I can look back through my calendar on a regular basis to see who I need to follow up with and when I'm supposed to follow up with them. So that's where I'm finding my follow-ups. I'm also finding my follow-ups from the messages that I just created. So, if they turn into something. Invitations. I'm making 3 invitations a day. Now, you can talk to someone over and over and over, and you can keep talking to them. And sometimes people will ask you, and they'll come straight up and they'll say, hey, what is it you've been doing? I see you're doing well, and so they'll ask you about it. But sometimes people don't. They just don't ask you about it. They're waiting for you to ask them. So I've had a couple people since I start tracking on here, do my posts, and they just keep liking my stuff. They keep liking my stuff. And so I need to follow up with them. And then I follow up with them and, talk with them and send a message. And then I need to eventually invite them, because if I don't invite them, they're just going to keep liking my stuff. And they might not, ask me about it. So I might invite them to a free Eat Clean group, and that way you can start forming relationships in the group. Or you might invite them to your next challenge group. You might be having a fit club. You might invite them to an individual workout at your house. You might invite them to come over and test Shakeology with you and sample it. There are practice scripts in the back office, so if you're having trouble with invitations or you don't know exactly where to start, you can go in the back office and find some practice scripts, or ask your upline coach to help you find that, or if you need help with that. Then we're on to follow-up. So you want to follow up once you send an invitation. You want to follow up with those people as well. If for some reason from the new invitation they write back to you and they're telling you, they have stuff going on and they can't do it right now, that's when I add them back into my calendar book on the appropriate day. Recruiting ideas, those are just ideas for the coaches for the week. Now, I try to talk to 2 to 3 people, and you're getting these people from your conversations or from your challenge groups if they are, if you're seeing them look like they're going to do well and they might make a good coach. And those are your recruiting ideas. Ask them if they, have heard about the business opportunity. You can send them one of the webinar recorded calls about the opportunity, or we have the sneak peek once a month that you can think about adding them into that. I also write in here too if I make a post about asking people to join me or join my team, then I write it in here as well, so I'll know what day I did it and when I did it and what I did. So I write it there. Also in my notebook, if I'm writing people's names down, I can write little keywords next to them, their buzzwords, so that way I'll remember what we were talking about or what I need to follow up on with them. So I always have my book with me so I can keep track. And, you know, if I get to a certain day and I'm thinking to myself, gosh, I haven't had any follow-ups, you know, in the last couple of days, then I can search back and see who do I need to check in with and who do I not. And then you can put like a check mark next to their name to say that, you know, you followed up with them, and, you know, you have your own little key system to work with. So, and then there's my to-do list, and I have that. So this page is what I have as the front page, and then I have that this part as the back of my page. So there's one page per day. I was thinking about another tool that you could use to keep track of yourself, to keep it more efficient, so that you know what you're doing is having something like this where it's set up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You give yourself a task for the day. So, you know, this system is your Power of Threes. It's kind of like your power hour. You're keeping up with that. But give yourself one task per day. Like on Mondays, I'm going to send a customer email. On Tuesdays, I'm going to set up my Hootsuite posts. On Wednesdays, I'm going to make a new challenge group post to say, you know, invite people to a new challenge group on Facebook. On Thursdays, I'm going to check in with all my new challengers. On Fridays, I'm going to make a blog about something. On Saturdays, I'm going to search magazines and Pinterest for ideas, and I'm going to save them so that way next week when I get to my Hootsuite or I need them, then I won't have to be searching for it. Because sometimes you can waste time just searching on Facebook and Pinterest, just looking for stuff. So if you set aside a certain time frame to do it, then you can save stuff and kind of just file it in your folders. I like to do it on Saturdays because Saturday is kind of the day that I take off, and you know, but I enjoy looking through Pinterest and, you know, and Facebook, looking at different things and kind of getting lost in the world. So I do that on my day off, but I'm still kind of working. And then on Sundays, I want to make a recruiting post to, you know, look for new people and to join my team. So I'm going to do these things every week, and I'm only going to do them on those days. So that's an idea to keep you on track with that. Another option that you have to do that is this chore chart. It's for kids. I got it at Target. But it's similar. You can write down each different chore that you have and then kind of check off if you've done it or not. This is just a system to use. My brain works in a way that, you know, I want it all to be right there in front of me, and I want to know that I did it, because one of the good things about having my little Power of Threes book is I wrote all of my my things, and when I fill in the blanks and when I get them all filled in, then I'm done. I feel like I've had a productive day, and I can get on with it. And then I can have family time and do whatever. So if I know that I'm going to have a busy evening and I'm not going to be able to get on it, then I know that in the morning I got to start doing my my Power of Threes. And that's about it. So one other thing that I do to keep myself organized is I keep kind of a file folder in my car. And it has like different recipes and different brochures that sometimes people ask for me. I keep some samples of Shakeology in my car as well. So if I'm out and about and I'm at the, you know, the kids' games or whatever, and somebody comes up to me and they want to talk to me about something, then I can have my file folder right there, my Shakeology samples, and I can have them and share right away. All right, I hope that helped, and I hope you guys have a good day.